I'm Lance Carter with DailyActor.com, and here's our interview with Evil Dead writer-director Fede Alvarez. He's joined by co-writer Rodo Seiguez. I'm probably destroying that awfully. I did this interview at a round table at South by Southwest right after I saw the film, which is really, really good. It'll scare the heck out of you. I promise you that. I'm not going to waste any more time. Here's Rodo and Fede.
Well, congratulations on your feature film debut.
Thank you. Thank you. I was just asking them, the crowd reaction was tremendous. I mean, it was insane, right? Why sitting in the audience with them watching it?
It was just awesome. It was such a bizarre reaction to, because I don't know, like we showed before, right? Like when you do the test screen, the first test screen, it was just one, because we test it was very well received. We got such a high score that's why you're gonna see is the director's cut, because usually the first test you do is for the director's cut, and then the audience bash it to pieces, and the producer goes, okay, we're gonna take over from here, and they turn it into some weird thing that is a mix of what the director wanted to do, the producers wanted to do. This time it didn't happen that way. We showed the director's cut, everybody loved it, the scores higher than ever for the studio, and boom, that's a movie that everybody's gonna see in theaters. And so that was different. There was a crowd that didn't know what they were going to see. Half of them were Evil Dead fans. They've seen the original, which is not the same, and half of them didn't know what it was. And it was awesome, but it was way scary. I felt it was. I don't know if it was scary. If people were scared yesterday. I mean, there was some walkouts of people that said, like, I cannot handle this. I heard that, but in general, I felt it was more on the fun and the comedy side that is definitely there. Yeah. And I love that in a way. I think I love that, because for me, when I watch it, I laugh all the time. I go like, I enjoy it in a different way. But for other people, it's super tense and scary. I don't know what it was for you guys, but I think that's the beauty of the Evil Dead. That's why people say Evil Dead is a comedy, and other people say like, what? This is a very scary movie. It's up to you.
So the way that you were talking about the test screening and the director's cut versus the producers taking over, it sounds like you're very familiar with that process.
No, I learned it.
So you learned it on the fly?
I learned on the fly, yeah, of course. Like 3 years ago, we're in Uruguay doing shorts, and nothing like this. I was completely away from Hollywood, and I would never even dream of making a Hollywood movie. But suddenly that short was done, Panic Attack, and ended up getting a lot of attention in Hollywood. I came here, met this guy, started developing, and we started learning on the fly.
But we don't learn through experience, because everybody's been warning us of how hard, and it is hard, but how everything was supposed to be hell and nightmare, like developing your script is going to be hell, but it wasn't. And then the pre-production is going to be hell, and it wasn't. The shooting is going to be hell, and nothing has been hell so far. So
hopefully the movie will make money, and that's
maybe the hell phase next.
The returns,
Well, for it being your feature film debut, undertaking a Sam Raimi original, did you feel any sort of pressure going into it, or did it influence you in any way?
No, I think it empowered the movie, definitely. It's an Evil Dead title, instead of being something that people doesn't know about it. So making your first film and having people so eager to watch your film, it's a bless. Usually it's the first film you have to risk everything's uphill, trying to convince people that it's good and showing some or getting distribution. So it was a bless to having the first film and having people talking about it, for good and for bad, in the previous stages of the process. But at the end of the day, it was amazing. And I think the biggest challenge was to have my own style and my own voice as a director on the film, because the original Evil Dead are so much about the style of Sam Raimi and the way he directs and everything, and I want to make sure that I didn't repeat anything. There was a couple of moments in the movie where I was quoting something too literally, and I felt bad to my stomach, really, honestly. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I think there's one shot that I hate in the movie, that is just when Jane shots David and we cut outside the cabin and there's a camera running towards the door. It felt so much out of the original, like 100%. The cabin, the light, and then I felt like, this this is wrong. I felt like I was, and I don't know. So that was a challenge to keep my own voice and my own personality on the movie as a director, and not falling for the trap of just let's just do what he did. Right? I don't know if I succeed or not.
A particular scene in the script before you started shooting where you're like, how are we going to do this?
So many. We're talking
It's
about
so
that.
easy to write on a page.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's not easy. But
Write the line, and then she cut her arm. That's easy to write it. It's so hard to shoot it the way we want to shoot it, right?
Especially practical.
Yeah.
actually, the last whole sequence where rains blood, that we were absolutely convinced that it wouldn't happen ever. We just were, the blood starts raining for 20 minutes. We're like, forget about it. That's not going to happen ever. But it turned out it was possible, and it did happen.
We had a great team. We had a great team of people working on the movie. And those things you depend on, as a director, you depend on your team. You need to have the right effects team and the practical team. I mean, you need those guys to be on your side and to believe in your crazy ideas, because most of all those meetings start with me going, okay, this is the way we're going to do it. We're going to have one shot. It's a long shot. We never cut. We show her from every angle, and we go very close, and then she cut her arm off. So the guys are thinking, where am I going to hide this and that? Where am I going to cut away? And he goes like, no, we're going to do it like they never do it. We're going to show it 100% from a wide angle, so there's no tricks, with no hiding anything, and you do it. And everything started with that, what? Everybody like talking to each other, like, no, there's no way, this guy's crazy. And then eventually, we find tricks, we get, you evolve, and if you keep your vision, because sometimes, like Rob was saying, most directors just go like, you know what, yeah, let's do it VFX, let's do some green screen arm or green arm or whatever. And they were, cool enough to believe in that idea and those visions, and so every one of those gags were a nightmare to conceive, because you've seen it in movies 100 times, but because everybody goes and makes the same way because they work in the past. But we really want to push the boundaries there and make it in a different way.
So was that the influence to go practical versus CGI or anything like that?
It was that. I mean, I wanted the actors to witness real things, so when they react, they have better performances. But mainly the reason why we didn't use CGI was because CGI makes movies they makes movie old, very fast. Avatar doesn't look so good anymore. It's CGI. Even the best CGI ever would get old very fast, and we have a responsibility with a movie like this one that is going to stand next to 3 original movie classics. They're classic because they're timeless, right? You watch them today, and it's a movie that it's super enjoyable, and they haven't. The first one did because it was campy, it was low budget, but the techniques they used, it didn't. So that's why we want to do the same thing. If we put some CGI on it, it may have been great today. It would have sucked in 5 years. So we didn't want that.
Since this is your first film, what kind of message do you want to give the industry, the audiences everywhere? Like, what kind of director you want to be?
I don't know. No message. I don't know. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. People will get what they get. It's just we don't make movies to send a message or anything. You make a movie to have fun making it, and we really enjoy the writing process. And I don't think we ever thank us. Hopefully, it will be a good one. I guess.
What do you enjoy most, the writing process or directing, editing?
The best part was probably the original creation, right? When we're just the two of us in the living room going like, hey, how are we going to do this? Well,
the brainstorming phase, that's probably the better one.
Yeah, it's super exciting because
open your mind and throwing up ideas.
You come up with an idea and you can wait. Particularly the way we work, we're friends since we're kids. So the way we work is like one of us will come up with an idea, and he knows. Like there's an exciting moment where you come up with an idea like every 3 a.m. in the morning, and you can wait for the next day to call the other guy. He goes like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta wait.
And the other guy goes like,
okay. Yeah, maybe. That's a good thing, I guess. We have a healthy creative process where he can pitch me an idea and I can tell him like, oh man, that sucks big time. And he goes like, oh man, you're right.
yeah, that's fine.
And that's fine because usually, that's a creative process. The worst part is I think it's a great idea. I'm gonna think about that a little bit and all that bullshit. And we don't do that. So I think that turned out to be a more honest movie.
Helps it streamline.
Yeah.
Cut out all the bullshit quick.
Yeah, definitely. I hope we can keep that spirit.